Okay, is your computer still looping?
No, I think it's okay. It's open, that same palette you were talking about.
Okay, all right. Sometimes, yeah, the speed also, there are a lot of things that are into consideration, including the speed. But again, to avoid the looping, you have to make the OPNET as run as an admin. You have to configure it like that, not like the way I was just like clicking, then I go to the admin. You just permanently do it like that.
Okay.
That looping will go. That looping will go. Okay. All right. Okay. So we continue. We have this palette now. Then what I like doing, where you see a search, where it says search by name. Just before search by name, there are those my dots. Just click there. I want to expand these technologies like that so that we can see LANs, we can see switches, we can see routers, we can see firewall, we can see devices live, printers. So we are going to be using these tools to design a network.
Where did you clicked on find next?
Have you seen where it says search by name?
Oh, okay. I found it. Yes.
Okay, just click there. Right. So now we'll start designing a network. Okay, we are going to design together a network. We are going to design a cyber academy campus. Okay. Are we together?
Okay.
Okay. So you get a subnet. You get a subnet. I'm going to get a subnet. We have 3 subnets: subnet mobile, and subnet satellite. We'll just get a subnet. So how do you get the subnet? You just click on the subnet and you drag. You drag this subnet. You just click it and go to the left-hand side. That's a work area. That's where we'll be designing our network from. You just drop it anywhere. As you can see, I've dropped it. But I'm still carrying an object. You can still see the purple square, isn't it? How do we get rid of this? You just like click. You just like click, then it disappears. When you like click, it disappears. Okay. So this is a subnet, and we are designing a cyber university campus. So we are going to rename this subnet from subnet 0 to cyber network campus, cyber university. So how do we rename? You are going to right click on the subnet, click on the subnet, then click on set name. We have that dialog box will pop up, then type cyber university campus, cyber university campus. Then you click OK. So that subnet has changed now to cyber university. It has changed to cyber university, isn't it? Are we together?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to enter now into the campus. Where you see it, you are seeing it from outside. Now we need to enter inside. Okay, we are entering inside now. Just double click. So we are inside Cyber Academy campus. We are inside Cyber Academy campus. So there now we'll start designing. We'll start designing. Okay. So I'm going to choose 3 departments. We are going to have administration. We are going to have ICT support or IT support. Then we are going to have okay, we will put schools. Let's have School of Medicine. Okay. Or let's just put one school of one. We'll do like this. I'll put this subnet, another subnet, and another subnet. So the first one, let me say School of Computing. School of Computing. School of Computing. Then we are going to have admin. We're going to have admin. And we are going to have admin. Then we are going to have IT. IT support. We're going to have IT support like that. Going to have IT support. Okay. We're going to have IT support. Then we'll start now. We'll enter into IT School of Computing department. Just double click there. Then I'm going to look for, when you are designing a network, what do you need? What devices do you need?
A router.
Okay, so let's look for a router. Let's look for a router. I'm familiar with. I like using. Let me check. 7500. I'm familiar with this one. So I'll pick a 7500 router. Then I'll get the version. Which one? The first version. Okay. Then what else do we need? What else do we need?
We need the fly leads.
Sorry?
Network cables.
Okay, before network cable, yeah, we need network cables. What else? What else?
A switch.
You need a switch. So, depending on the number of users that you need, it will determine the port number of the switch. So let's look for 8 port switch. I think 8 port switch. 8 port switch or 16. I'll get a 16 port switch. I've gotten a 16 port switch. I'll get a port switch. Then I'll get the stations. Just get what we call now. We are getting 100 base TLAN. We are getting 100 base TLAN. Instead of putting computers, I'll show you the advantage of a switched LAN. That's a switched LAN. The way you see computers like that, meaning that there's a switch in between. There's a switch in between. Okay. Then we should also add a printer. We add the services. We should add a printer. We should add a printer. Okay, we should add a printer. All right. So we have to rename these devices. Before that, you talked about network cables. Where do you find network cables? Those are the cables. Since we have 100 base T switched LAN, we should have 100 base T cable. look at this 100 base T. So I've picked a cable. You just click on the cable, meaning that you have picked it. Then let's start connecting. I'll connect a switch to the router. Okay, a switch to the router. I'll connect 100 base T LAN to the switch. Then I'll connect a printer to the, I'll connect a printer to the computers, to the users. These are the users, okay? So let's rename these. I'm going to set name, then I say users, eh? Then rename this as a printer. Then this is a school of computing switch. Just say school of computing switch.
Sorry, Mr. Brian.
Yes.
Is it supposed to be a network printer?
It's up to you. You can put it a network printer or a local printer. But since we only have those users, we don't have another users. Let's say if we have in school of computing, we have, I can say let me do this. Let me do this. We have, we can have another bunch of users this side, right? Okay. So this time, let me say, these are studying computer engineering. Then these one are studying computer systems and networking, right? So this, now we can argue and say we should have a network printer. A network printer where you connect to the switch and you connect the other to the switch. Are we clear?
Are we clear? Okay.
Yes.
Wait together.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is just an example we are doing, but we have to know all the ideas of designing. All the ideas. Let's say if the network is bigger, you can say we are just going to have one network printer. But even here, you can still argue if you want. Remember, the design is yours. You are the network engineer. You are the network engineer. You want, you know the best. So if you want, you can say, okay, we have this printer. We can have this printer. Then you decide yourself. You are going to say, okay, let me have another printer. This printer will be, I can say now, this is a printer, printer 1. Then we are having a printer 2. We are having a printer 2. We are having a printer 2. Then it is connected there. Have you seen that it is also making sense? It is, isn't it? Okay, so we have designed that network. We have designed, remember we haven't configured yet, we have just designed. So this router, you have to rename it as well. You have to rename it as a School of Computing router. It's a router in the School of Computing. There will be so many routers, so it's important that you rename those routers. You give them names. So how do you get out of this subnet? You can right click.
Before
Okay.
you, hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Before we move away from this screen, how did you arrive at this switch? How did you?
You are saying? How did I
the switch?
How did I arrive where?
The switch.
Where I got the switch from?
What made you I saw where you got it from, but what has made you choose this particular one?
Okay, no, I said, you know, let's say what makes you go for a particular switch, first of all, it's the number of users that you have. The number of users that you have. Let's say if I've got 10 users, I'll go for a 16-port switch. That is the one closest to. So I'm going to have 10 users connected to the switch, and I'm going to have 5 more ports remaining. Okay? For future, because tomorrow I can decide to have another computer connected to the switch, isn't it?
Yes.
So that port, that switch you see, we picked a 16-port switch. A 16-port switch.
Okay.
So meaning for computer engineering, we can have 5 users. Even there we can have 5 users. Then we have or we can have let's say 8. Then we can have 8, or we can have 7, so that we have 14. Then we have got 2 ports remaining. This is already taken by a router. Then it will be 15, isn't it? 1 remaining.
Mm-hmm.
These printers are connected directly to the switch in the computer engineering department, and the other printer connected directly to the switch in the computer systems and networking department. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. So now.
Sorry, just a quick one. I had lost a bit of connectivity. So apart from the switch, what I mean from the router, you chose a switch?
Yes.
That's a switch. Just hold on. Is it the 1900?
No, I picked. We can go there. Just put the case on the switch. No, it's just an Ethernet switch. A 16-port switch. Ethernet switch, 16-port switch.
Okay, just looking for switch.
Okay. So this recording will be given, so you go through it, then you start now practicing on your computers. So how do we get out of this subnet? Meaning that how I'm in the a subnet. Do you know the subnet where we are? We are in a School of Computing department. Okay, School of Computing department. The network itself is called Cyber Academy University. Then inside Cyber Academy University, we have School of Computing. So how do we get out of this subnet so that we go to where there are those 3 subnets? You just click and click on go to parent subnet. As you can see, we are back to the outside of that particular subnet. If you want to go back, you just double click School of Computing again. Then when you look at the palette again, when you look at those icons above, are you able to see the cursor?
Mm-hmm.
Where the cursor is, when you click there, it will take you to the parent subnet. It will still take you to the parent subnet. So when I click there, I'll still go back to the parent subnet. Okay. To avoid the hassle, because meaning that what we have designed, we have to design it again. We have to design it again. So to avoid such, just copy what we have designed, copy all the components, then go to edit. When you select them like that, you go to edit, you copy, then go to the parent subnet. Let's go to admin, then edit, paste. Then this topology again, we have it again. All right? Are we together?
Yes.
So we are in admin now. In admin, we don't need this also. We're just going to have admin users, that's it. You're just going to have admin users. Okay? Then you have to rename this switch. It's now admin switch. Admin switch. Then this is.
Wait a minute. I think I remained behind.
Sorry?
I remained behind. How did you delete the other?
Oh, you just click on it, then you enter the delete button on the keyboard.
Daddy, I'm so glad you're okay.
I'm okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you managed to delete?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Then there it's done. Go to subnet. Then do the same in the School of Computing again. So in School of Computing, we have users, those who are doing information systems, and those who are doing networking. Oh, this is IT support, by the way. This is IT support, so we don't need this also. We just need IT support. IT support. I'll leave it as IT printer. IT printer. Then this is a IT switch, IT router, IT router. Okay. IT router. Okay. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll go to the outside this subnet. Go to the outside subnet. Okay.
Just a quick question.
Okay.
Apart from the simulator, are we also going to get to use actual routers?
I'm sure by next semester. Mm-hmm.
Next semester, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Next semester we'll be using also packet tracer.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. Then okay, so now design the network. Okay, design this.
I'm sleeping. Daddy, I'm sleeping.
Okay, go and sleep. So now we need to link these. We need to link these routers, isn't it? Okay. I mean, we need to link these subnets because these they fall under Cyber Academy. So these subnets need to be connected together. They need to be connected together. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to use, so we need a backbone link, a faster link than these inside the local area network. Because what we have in the local area network, it's a Cat6e. We can't use a Cat6e to, you can't use them as a backbone, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll put a switch, a core switch. I'm sure you've heard of a core switch, or if you haven't, you are going to hear about a core switch. We are going to put a core switch. So I'll still look for a 16-port switch. I'll still look for a 16-port switch. So I'm renaming this as a core switch. So this core switch, we're still using here 100 BST. It will connect there. So there, it will bring up, it will pop up the node where this switch will connect. So this switch is connecting to router. Then click OK. Even this one is connected to a router. Then this one will connect to a router. Right. Connect to a router.
And what cable are you using to connect them?
100 BST. I'm using 100 BST. When you click there, it's Ethernet 100 BST. So when you go to
BST is like a Cat6?
Yes, Cat6.
Okay.
When you go to School of Computing now, you can see the router. It's on the grid now. Are you seeing? There. Even this one is connected. Even this one is connected.
So we'll need to log in to enable the ports and everything into the switch.
No, that one is already done automatically. And let's see if we can go and do it manually. But there's the automatic one and the manual one.
Okay.
Right. So now, remember we had this. We have this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is now the main subnet. When you enter there, that's where we have this. So here now, we are going to put again a core switch, a core router now. A core router. We're going to put a core router because this switch, it can't generate traffic. It can't generate traffic. So let's look for a router. The same router that we used a 6500. We used a 6500. I mean 7500, this one. Then we use the first version. So let's name this as core router. Yes. Then we are using let's still use Cat6. Yes, let's still use Cat6. Still use Cat6. 100 BST. And connect it there. So we've connected this router. Okay. Then I'm going to look for the cloud, the internet itself, which is shown in a cloud, the ISP. Again, it will time out. We have to relog in again. So we are looking for, I'm looking for the cloud. Don't know if it's there. Cloud. Okay, IP32. So that one, you name it as we name it as internet. Then we are connecting using a faster link. I'm going to use a PPPT1. You connect to a core router. As you can see, we just have.
Sorry, which subnet are we connecting the cloud to?
A core router, the one I've put. A core router. It's not. It's outside. It's outside those 3 subnets.
So it's the whole campus itself.
Yes, as you can see, it's connected there. The whole campus now is connected to the cloud. Are we together? So now, I've designed the network. We haven't configured, we have designed, but now this is where we have to test to see. I'm coming. We are going to test to see if these links are working. The way we can test a cable, if a cable has got a fault or not. So you go to scenario, you go to view.
Sorry, for the cloud, are we still using 100 BST?
No, use the PPPT1. I've used PPPT1. Let me show you. I've used this PPP. I've clicked PPP, that one. PPPT1.
Okay.
Yes. So you can go to view. Go to topology, then view, then verify links. You click on verify links, then click OK. So the links are okay. The links are okay. The links are okay. Any questions? Any questions?
The subnet from IT support to the core switch is showing an X.
From IT support is showing an X.
Yes, to the core switch.
For me, it's not showing X. Everything is okay. So I don't know. You made a mistake somewhere. You need to go through this video. I'm going to upload it on YouTube. Then I'll send you the link so that you see exactly. Because today we are just designing a network. We have just designed a network. We haven't configured yet. So the next session on Thursday, we are going to configure a network. So meaning that practice on this video I'm going to give you and design a network like this one so that on Thursday we configure together. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So today it was just for designing a network. I'll share this video as soon as possible when we just send. Another questions?
No.
Okay.
Hello,
So
hi, Mr. Brent.
yes.
Yes, sorry, I joined in a bit late.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to ask, was that the coursework that you're showing us, or that was a?
No, I was just showing you the sample coursework. Your courseworks are not yet out. I want to, when the courseworks are coming out, you already know how to design everything. You don't have any challenges. So I was just showing you some odd courseworks.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, this is a tool that you are going to be using even for the project. You really need to follow these sessions, especially today's. And I've recorded, I'll put it on YouTube. So just make sure that you follow it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, so today we can end here. The recording will follow.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you.
He said thank you. You just said thank you with that.